Okay, so we were talking a little bit just now about Reddits, Reddit subreddits that have a lot of rules over. Is it F7 U12? U12. Okay. So here's another obvious classic meme that became a platform and is loading. Was Rage Comics, which started out just as like a simple, scratchy. Well, you've all seen it. A simple, scratchy comic about, what was the first one? Was it the toilet splashing up on you?
That might have been it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
anyway,
me.
Became a whole genre used on 4chan, and then of course the certain faces get copied it over and over. But Reddit took it way further. So in fact, I am betting we could go through a full page of these without seeing the original Rage face, without seeing Troll face that had quickly entered this world. This for one is much more popular than the classic Rage face, the Raisins face, which was first started in a comic where a guy bites into a cookie that he thinks is chocolate chip and goes raisins, which is the worst fucking thing in the world. And in fact, somehow that horror became much more popular than the original Rage face, but still. There are those who loathe this. There are people who get in fights over that the rest aren't really Rage comics. And so they went off and formed their own. There's an old Emo Phillips, is the comedian?
Emo Phillips.
Yeah, who does this whole bit about, saying, oh, you're from this religion too. Oh, are you from that section of it? Or, oh, that church? Oh, well, you heretic. And, pushes the guy over the bridge. So they did this sort of, I told her really well too.
Yeah, you did.
And 27,000 people specifically went over and subscribed to this because they said, I want the rages that are just this guy at the end. There are 4 panels. I mean, there are rules in there.
To be clear, it's just the formula has to have the pho at the very last panel.
It's that, and it's 4 panels. Right. I think, here we go. Yeah, it has to be about rage. And then there are these guidelines.
You have to be really angry when you
avoid the herp derp, the l everything, the principal text. So as these things evolve, Tumblr, I was actually a little surprised that Tumblr doesn't have people picking out rules, but there does seem to be. It's a much more forgiving culture.
I love the fact that there are formulas to some of these things. Like right. Shit girls say perfect formula. It's
right.
Shit X says it's easy to execute that. Sorry. I think on Tumblr, someone would just make a new single-topic Tumblr with, doing it the way they want to do it.
So you don't really have to run into.
I don't think anybody's going to rise up with pitchforks against a Tumblr user who posts the wrong type of.
But it's almost like the new, weird, different ones that start their own sect of weirdness. Like GIF blogs have always been popular, but then when somebody made that one, it's like.
Another aspect to this, I think, is that Tumblr has lots and lots of young users that wouldn't even conceive that there are rules to this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Very different animal than Reddit, maybe. So, if they've never even seen a Rage comic before, they think that was started on Tumblr, which it was. It wasn't. They don't have any context, so they'll just do their thing.
Okay, so another example of this is when you talk about how there's a formula, but then there's this this sort of like there's this sort of.
Is that kid here?
Yeah,
what?
not
here.
Moments ago.
Not here. I hope he doesn't see that. All right.
Can he read?
So,
Yeah.
Can he
know.
read?
How old is he? I don't know. Yes.
Bad Luck Brian met the scumbag hat. So, Advice Animals has also its own rule set. These are more obviously about tone than format, but often people will post these into Advice Animals.
Yep.
That is not the one.
They post verticals in Advice Animals?
Yeah.
Those
and vice versa.
bastards.
Well, look at this. Look at this.
Because they're just vertically laid
You can
out.
get into a real, that's not even funny, but you can get into a real argument with mods, and I have, over what counts as a vertical, what counts, because you see impact frequently. That has clearly become like the de facto thing. I've submitted sometimes, like, there are also celebrity name puns. This is one of the newer memes that I don't think it has its own subreddit yet.
So do you think that a person would rather put their stuff here to be judged by mods and like ups and downs, or would they just rather put it on Tumblr where it's like, who cares, like send the link to everyone?
Well, clearly two people of two different minds have to choose,
totally.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Reddit
maybe,
or you do both.
Or you do both, right? I just, it's like you're talking about like platforms and what stuff goes where. It's like, what? First of all, you could put something everywhere. That's one thing. Is it going to do better on a certain platform? Maybe. Like if it's not following rules. Is that Buzzfeed? Yeah, right.
all right.
No rules, Buzzfeed.
So yeah, I mean, clearly, like, if you were showing Grandma, she would have no idea, like, the difference necessarily between.
That's a good one.
But what?
So I think like for BuzzFeed as a platform, like someone will make a list like this, and then people will take these and put them back on Tumblr and put them back on Reddit, and then those people will make new ones. Like we don't get a lot of like content creation, but like people will steal them. Yeah.
I really.
I know.
Yeah. So yeah, you notice these, like, clearly these are grabbed from several ways. Notice there are no credits. That is a good point. But
bullshit.
they're, like, clearly you've got everyone like refiguring out. And so why is it that these are clearly getting cobbled together by people? There's not like the only thing that seems to be definite is you have to have one picture and then another picture. It doesn't necessarily have to be photoshopped. It doesn't necessarily have to be only two. But the font changes, the layout changes. Like, why didn't this coalesce into the same thing the way that advice animals all, you know, is it just because meme generator exists and there isn't something like a tool that's specifically for this yet, even though you can make these on meme generator?
Can you make these on meme generator?
Well, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from, well, quick meme anyway, where you can move the caption wherever you want on the image.
But
there's nothing stopping you from using that.
This is so much more complicated than just meme generator because there's no like one character. This is like a word joke that you have to make up and then get the images and then get the word. So that's, you know.
That one's stolen from me. Oh, no, you guys credited.
Like same with shit. Like shit girls say, like you can't like make your own like by using a generator.
No.
Like there's actual like.
But you, well, right, because you have to stitch two photos together.
Write something and think of the joke, you know.
So theoretically, you could make this though. You could make throw in picture one, throw in picture two, and throw up the caption. Are these going to start really sucking once that tool comes out?
I don't think that tool.
Yes.
What? You don't think that tool could come out?
I mean, I think the lower barrier of entry.
Yeah.
Is great for creators, but I think that means a lot of new people come into the fold
And make the joke.
who suck.
Yeah, but then, you know, if there's more people that suck, the ones that are good will rise to the top.
It's true.
This is also similar to.
Is this over yet?
No, it's never over.
Do you guys just want to look at memes for the rest?
I know. I really just want to, but that's not. We're not here to have fun.
There's
Is it what? Bread celebrities is the name I'm thinking, but what is it actually called?
What's that?
Bread
There you
people.
go, bread
There we
people.
go.
You got it.
So these are, speaking of the like quality and attention put into it, just hours of work.
So this one you couldn't make a generator for this either.
You could not make a
So
generator.
There's no way to make a generator for this.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you'd want to.
You just need Photoshop.
And is that? I mean, are
learn
these
Photoshop and
better
get a sense of humor.
for being so hard to make? That one's just fun to say in your head. And this is of course a whole entire genre. What are the others?
The food-based celebrity.
Yeah.
The food-based celebrity mashups. Anybody? Cooking with Skrillex is
Oh, that
a
one's so good.
great example. Thank you.
So these are more like absurdist also. So like you can't really relate to these. Like it's not like
Right,
can't
right.
relate
These
to that.
aren't at all what we were
You
saying
can
earlier.
relate
Make
to that.
I can
something
completely
so.
relate to that.
No, but they're not advice animals. You can relate.
They're different.
To.
I mean, it's a whole different thing, but it's easy to replicate. You get the formula. It's Skrillex and food,
Right.
and Corey Feldman sometimes.
It's true. You would think for all the talk people have of that a meme isn't as funny when it's really easy to make. And there are a bunch of shitty ones out there. This isn't necessarily that much funnier than the celebrity memes that were much easier, or the celebrity name puns that were much easier to put together. So, like, are we all kidding ourselves with this idea that complicated memes are a better idea?
Are we kidding ourselves?
Yes.
I don't think complication necessarily means better or funnier, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think the opposite.
Does anyone like disagree with that? That I just feel like that the opposite opinion has been presented and accepted quite a lot this weekend, actually. Yes.
I just personally think it's a sort of a barrier to prevent sort of crap from getting away.
Mm-hmm. And then once you make it easy to make, you have to, well, like, Quick Meme has to have these voting mechanisms just to finally bring up the decent ones. Because of a phenomenon, I showed you the scumbag, but I'm really interested in a common name.
Do you
Mike.
guys feel that like the barrier to entry to create something like that you've started is great because it prevents people from just making, or have you like what are your thoughts on spinoffs?
Well, I think like everybody has a cell phone, and a lot of people have made videos with their iPhones. So there's not that big of a barrier for video, but to make a quality thing, there is a bit of a barrier.
But at the same time, we've watched things that are made very quickly on a cell phone that are equally as funny as something that's a high production value. So I don't know if I agree with, I mean, I think that like something like meme generator where somebody who might not want or have the skills to do it otherwise might just be able to type something in and it's equally as funny as anything else. So I think it's really democratic and great.
Totally.
I don't know, I like it.
Cool. Yeah, because you would think that like video is higher barrier to entry, but now it's not,
No.
so it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
right? There actually could be a meme generator for your meme. Oh, sorry.
No, there isn't. No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
It's like, are you making one? Cool.
Speaking of
Really?
people who used really simple tools and made
Scumbag.
really funny versions of the shit people
Entrepreneur.
say.
So true.
That is so
true. It's true. True. Ha! Ha!
Hey, I know that guy.
It's funny because it's really true. I'd say that. I think I said that once. Oh, that one's totally you. You say that.
Which just takes us to another topic that I want to talk about, which is the other meaning of metameme. We've been mostly talking about it in more the traditional sense of above memes, but the self-referentiality seems to happen to a lot of these memes, and why is it that we particularly get self-referential?
Did Nick
about
kill
these
your
things?
meme by making this video?
Also, yeah, is this a bad thing?
No, but you could have
like,
cleaned your
do you
kitchen,
like my
I
video?
think.
That's not the question. But yeah, why does the self-referential element seem to appeal to people in some way?
Well, this is like the main entertainment source for a lot of people, right? I mean, this is entertainment. They don't go home and watch primetime TV. You know, this is what they're bored at work all day, and this is their entertainment. So
Yeah. Also, when like the collective experiences now that we all saw this meme and thought it was funny, like it's not the individual pieces, it's like the full meme itself. So then the joke is that, haha, now we've seen so many of them, let's all laugh at them. It's so meta. Like, that is the experience now.
Well, and I think that what the funniest thing is when people have predicted the end of the Shit Girls Say meme, and it keeps going for some reason, which is great. I mean, it's the same thing with Shit My Dad Says, which is, which, like I said, was the kind of granddaddy of what we're doing now. It was a Twitter, and then a book, and then a show, and then it went away, and then it was like, that's it. And then we did something, and then it's this, and then a bunch of people did videos, and everyone's like, they just did the Shit Girls Say about the show Girls, and they're like, we don't usually post these Shit Girls Say videos. We did it 4 months ago. It's like already dead, but already being revived within that time. So it's just this funny thing. And I think this has been brought up in other panels that you can't predict where something's going to go. And the best thing about what's happened to us is that so many people have taken it on and done their own thing with it, and that's fantastic, and we've never tried to stop anyone. And the only bummer is when it's like somebody's copying it for money or something, but otherwise it's just like, yeah, of course, fantastic. this is how, I mean, this has been, for me, what the spirit of this whole conference has been is like, do it, make it, and put it out there, and have fun, and it's great. So that's
Nice.
mine.
Have you been telling anyone whether you are interested in doing like what a larger a larger show based on what you've done? Have you talked to networks at all about that sort of
Yeah,
thing?
I mean, when it first all happened, like happened so quickly. It was on the Today Show. We went out to meet agents and producers and all these people, and we've talked to television. I mean, it's just, you know, it's all crazy and slow moving and weird, and you can talk to other people who are in this room that we've spoken to, have had similar experiences, that things move slowly, and we've talked to people. Nothing's for sure. We're hoping. I mean, like, I was so sad before this all happened, and now I'm like happy to be working and doing these things that I like to. I get to be funny. It's fantastic. So I just am grateful for anything that happens to us. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true. It's amazing.
There's so much good like trolling going on right now in our tag. Oh my God, Twit crew.
So somebody Steve is on another panel right now.
Huh?
Right?
Someone's
So
saying this in another panel?
Would it be meta if we talked about his panel that's happening at the same time?
Well,
What
we
is
are.
Commit mass
No,
suicide.
somebody like Steve's panel's going on.
Oh.
So I think we
yeah.
should talk about their panel, because that'd be meta.
Oh, I see.
Do you understand?
All right. Well, you just covered it. All right. Good.